Welcome back again, friends. Now it's dinner time. Well, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner time. I am doing chicken. A little different. I figured I'd bring you along. Let me see if I can show you here. I have 2 plates because I didn't want, you know how I am with chicken. So what I'm going to do, if you can see me, I just don't want to put that on the stove because it's still hot. I'm putting Italian seasoning, garlic powder on each piece of chicken. And salt and pepper. Okay? And what I'm going to do is transfer this to my pan, my fry pan. Get that juice off there. And I'll probably have to cook this, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have to cook this in batches. Put my salt and pepper on this before I have to turn them again. But I'm also going to cook them in garlic powder, if I didn't say that. I'm going to cook it with honey. Yeah, honey. And nuts and cranberries. One. Okay, so that should be warm enough. So I'm just going to show you to begin with, and I'll bring you back when it's all done. Okay, I'm going to put 3 pieces in the pan now. Let's get all that flavoring right there. Okay, and then I'm going to pour. And see what I'm doing. Normally I would do this in this pan. I'm just going to pour this like this. Just to get some of the chicken on the chicken. Okay. And I have cranberries and pecans. I'm just going to pour those right in there. This is going to end up going in the oven at 375. Until the chicken's done. And I'm going to spray my pan here as it's done. I don't want to cook the chicken in here in the fry pan. I just want to brown it. Okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to brown it. And look, I stained my spoon. And all this will go back in, and it's supposed to have hang on, I'll think of the name, sweet potatoes. So because 2 of my jars from the other day siphoned, I'm actually gonna use those, but because they're already cooked completely and basically soft, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this all in the oven. In the last 5 minutes, just to heat those up, I'm going to dump those into the pan that's in the oven for the finished touch. So, when I do that, I'll bring you back. But, you've seen, I had salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic powder. Butter, I'm frying this all in butter, or searing it, all in butter, just to give it a nice sear on each side, and then I'm going to put it in the pan. I'll bring you back when I get to that part. Okay, friends, I'm flipping. I just flipped the the chicken over, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more over each piece. And I'm going to do this for the other 2 also. Okay? And so that you see, and I'm just moving my nuts and stuff around. Just softening these up a little bit. Not that the pan wouldn't have done it. Might just pick up a little bit more of the honey. And when it goes in the oven, I'll just sprinkle more honey on top of that. And probably some lemon juice. Doesn't call for lemon juice, but I think lemon juice would be good with this. Lemon and honey, you know? So, as soon as I get all this together for the pan, I'll bring you back again. Look, that was quick. Literally. I want you to hear that they closed. Even though they siphoned, you see? If it's half water, if you lost half your water, you want to use them up. You don't want them to sit on the shelf. So, here's the second. So, they're both, oh, they smell amazing. So, I'll be back. Okay, friends, I want to show you what I've done so far. I'm going to put you down here. Okay. That's the first 3 pieces of chicken. These are really thick pieces in the pan, so I'm letting those go a little bit longer so that they don't have to stay as long in the oven. Because those are really thick compared to these. So, I'm letting those cook a little bit longer in the fry pan. But, now what I'm going to do, I put a few more cranberries in there. Nuts are fine. I'm going to lay the other 2 pieces of chicken in here. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to swap them around and have the chickens. And then I put pats of butter over that. When this is all done, when the chicken is almost all done, or just about all done, let me put this in here. Then I'm going to come through and, that chicken is hot. And I'm going to dump these. I just dumped the juice. I'm going to dump these in here, just all around it. And then I'm going to sprinkle more honey on top of those and mix them in with the butter and nuts and cranberries. And then dinner will be done. I think what I'm going to do, this side's shutting off that stove. Let me stick this in the oven, as a matter of fact, because it's done. It's on 375. Take that off. I'm going to set it for 20 minutes because those are pretty big pieces of chicken. And I'm going to just mix up some rice that we can have over the rice. And dinner will be done. I feel like I'm missing something, but look, we have dessert, we have dinner. Rice will take me long enough to boil the water. Gotta love that dehydrated rice. Anyway, I'll be back with the finished product. All right, friends, it came out of the oven just now, and you would not believe how wonderful my house smells. Between that cake and this dinner, oh. So this is what I'm going to do. The chicken is done, and these are obviously done too. So I'm not going to worry about what little juice is left in there. Just add to the flavor, right? So I'm just going to put these all around. See how soft they are? Which is why I only want them heated up. Put them like that. Doesn't that look yummy? Oh, now I'm just going to drizzle it with honey. The chicken too. Doesn't have to be a lot because there's a lot of honey in there. But we want some flavor on that too, right? Not that they didn't taste good without it, because I tasted one. Okay, and what I'm going to do is all that butter melted. I'm just going to stick some butter, just little dabs of butter around there. Now you can use, you know, the potatoes, because I know everybody doesn't can like I do. So if you're going to use the potatoes, just remember they take a long time to cook. So if you're going to do that, there, that's good. Because we didn't have enough butter and sugar today. So if you're going to do it, make sure I'll put the recipe below. Chunk them into smaller chunks than these. Those are big chunks because I was canning. I'm only going to set that for 5 more minutes. And just make sure they have enough time to cook and get done, because those potatoes you don't want uncooked, because then they take a lot longer than regular potatoes. So there you have it. I'll bring you back for the last taste test of the night. And I'm looking forward to eating that, because that cake was not enough for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm going to get my rice finished, and we'll be back. All right, my friends, check this out. The last thing. It just came out of the oven. I'm going to sprinkle lemon juice. I'm just catching the seeds, so I'm using my hands. Over that chicken. It's boiling because I have it sitting on that hot burner where I don't want to ruin this with too much lemon. So look at all those seeds. I'm only going to use a half. Take this off my hands. And that is dinner, my friends. So, whoa. I will plate up mine first so that I can do the taste test. Okay, guess I need a bigger spoon because we have enough juice. Let's see about this one here. I want some of the nuts and the juice. And then the rice. And some of that juice. Just on top of the rice. Look, I forgot the prettiness of it. Hang on. We've got to get a couple of those. There. Look at that, my friends. Doesn't that look amazing? I am going to take a bite, and then I'll tell you something. Let's see, I want a piece of that. Wow. Oh, and the nuts are semi-soft. Let me move that. It's just boiling on my stove. Oh, shoot, no wonder why the burner was still on. There we go. Cook it a little more. Friends, that is wonderful. And these, because they were pressure canned, they're very soft. I can taste the honey and the butter. And of course, my rice that I forgot to put salt on. And now I have salt on it. The chicken is amazing. And it's tender. And what I was going to tell you, it's the first time I've ever made that meal too. I needed to use up my potatoes because they siphoned in the jar. So I looked up a few recipes and this one looked very good. I said, I'm going to try that. See? It's worth it to try new things sometimes. Of course, I'd rather try them. I'm making my husband a plate. I'd rather try them at home than in a restaurant, pay for it and not like it. But so far, There's only been one dish that I wasn't all that fond of, but I made it work, at least for my husband. So there it is, guys. I hope you try it. I'll have the recipe below. Thanks for being here. It's been a really busy day in the kitchen here, but it's been fun. I totally enjoyed doing these for you, and I hope you guys are able to try the recipes. So you have a great night. Tomorrow I have a trip to Atlanta, and I'm babysitting for the rest of the day, so not sure I'll do a video. I might not. Depends on what time I get home and what time I get Kamani and whatnot. So if you don't see me tomorrow, that's okay. You've had one every day since I started this. So go back and watch one of the other ones. Thanks, guys. I totally appreciate each and every one of you. And I totally enjoy doing this for each and every one of you. So you guys have a great night, and I look forward to the next one. Like and subscribe. Ciao.